Daddy issues equal money problems, and that was a very big shocker to me when I first found that out. I was like, wait, what? I'll share my story, what I've learned about making money in my business, and how unresolved daddy issues have caused me to stand at a standstill, whether it is being able to obtain money, hold money, or increase my monthly income. This video will touch on a little bit about masculine energy. Although every person on this planet has the feminine and masculine energy within them, I am focusing this video on the dad relationship and wounded masculine energy because that is what my experience has been in my childhood. I think about masculine energy, I think about the container. I think about this is the structure which the dad, I feel like, of the home offers. That protection, the security, the safety, that feeling of I am okay. So what I've also learned is that at the age of 7-ish, maybe 5 to 7, we begin to look to our dads for identity, for the who am I, for the security in self. The daddy figure was the one that gave you that structure. And the structure, or the framework, this structure would be more so for like almost like a container. When you think about a container, it holds the whatever fluid is a good way to look at it. It holds the fluid. If you did not have this container and you allowed the fluid to just let the fluid be, it would just go all over the place and had no shape or form to it. And so the container was something that gave the fluid, is what gives the fluid an identity, a shape, a form. In this container, it's fun, it's free, it's playful. You are a wild child. And if you had a healthy relationship with daddy or a healthy masculine energy in your life, then you found yourself able to just let it go. And you had no restrictions, no restraints, or anything put on you. Usually what that security looks like, what it feels like, is for the physical and emotional aspects of, a healthy container, healthy masculine energy, healthy daddy relationship. You're provided for. You're being provided for. So all the things that you need, food, water, clothes, shoes, roof over your head, even the protection, whether it's verbally or physical protection. Somebody messes with you, daddy steps in and he doesn't feel any kind of way to just stand up for you, but he's gonna make sure he protects you. Also that unconditional love, like you're perfect, there's no mistake, there's nothing imperfect about you, and he looks at you like that. It's like he can't help but to just marvel over you because you are the apple of his eye. Like he's just so proud of you. He's never disappointed in you. Like regardless of what you do, whether you make a mistake or you just fail completely on your face, it's like he's there to root you on and support you and love on you, and he's still proud of you. Like that is the healthy masculine energy daddy relationship. Also quality time, like he gives you the attention, 100% attention. And so with all of these behaviors or signs of a healthy masculine energy daddy relationship, you as a person, you as a daughter, you as a young lady, grow up to be a very secure woman. You know who you are, and you, because of daddy, knowing who he is, because of daddy's leadership in providing, protecting, and seeing you as perfect, it allowed you to become that very secure woman and being able to know your direction in life. But of course, we're here because we had the opposite of that. If you're anything like me, I did have daddy in the house, but my dad was an alcoholic for most of my years in the home. He did recover, and I'm grateful for that. But that was in my high school years, and so most of what I saw of my dad was being physically present, but emotionally absent, mentally absent. And so that is what I grew up in, and that is what I knew. My feeling of security was shoddy. Um, because most of the time my dad was not mentally available, and if he wasn't mentally available, he could not meet me emotionally when I'm crying because someone bullied me. Part of me is has grace, but part of me is sad because how unfair was it to grow up in this way? How unfair was it to not get the things that my best friend over here who had both parents got, and here I am with you, but you're not available. So it's negligence and feeling rejected and abandoned. So that was something that I really had to grieve. It made me, like, for a long time, actually, it built me to the person that I am, but just here in my adult years, I'm actually finally dealing with, oh, wait a minute, I did not have that in my life. And so the first steps I would say is to grieve, to go ahead and allow yourself to feel sad because you didn't have that. And if you need to reach out to someone like a therapist, then that's important to do, because it can go deep. It can be something that you've stuffed down and suppressed for so long that when it comes up, it can blow up and, take you out for a couple of days. And that's okay, because that is where the healing comes in. And that is necessary, especially for the reason of this video. Our daddy issues causes our money problems. And this is what I saw, because money is the same thing. Money is the same thing. The relationship that you had with your dad is the same relationship that you have with money. Because money has this providership energy about it, right? I mean, for the most part, money makes the world go around. And there's things that you can get for free in certain cases, but for the most part, you need money. And if you're not able to create that for yourself, then there is some healing that has to be done, because what it's saying is that you're not feeling secure within yourself, because maybe you didn't have the father figure to show you how to create that container, how to be the structure for yourself, to build that in you to where you feel secure. Bottom line, you're not stable, and it shows in your money. At the bare minimum, I'll say money provides security. Money provides all kinds of things. So let me tell you, it gets way better than just security. Like, at the bottom, if you are just trying to make ends meet, money will do that for you. But if you want a different type of experience, where you want pleasurable experiences, you want exclusive experiences, you want lavish experiences, you want opportunities, money does that as well. As much as you begin to feel secure in your body and love on yourself and give yourself the love that you did not get in your daddy relationship, or the acceptance that you did not get in daddy relationship, once you start doing that for yourself, then you can see that type of money for yourself and have those experiences. But for the sake of this video, we're talking about security, because that's where it starts. You have to become very secure in yourself. You have to get and this could be another video, but you have to get yourself out of survival mode in order to be able to start thriving. But if you're trying to make ends meet, then you're in survival mode. And the reason why you're trying to make ends meet is because your relationship or the lack thereof didn't show you how to build a secure foundation or framework for yourself so that you can go out into the world and do it. The way that I was able to see this for myself is because I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur long before I even took the first step. There was a long period of time where I was definitely afraid to show up, come into the full expression of this life coach that I wanted to be. I wouldn't even declare. Like, I was scared to declare, like, hello everybody, I'm a life coach. Like, I was like, I'm a life coach on incognito mode. Like, nobody knew. And because nobody knew, nobody was coming. Nobody was coming to throw any kind of money at me for my services. If I was not going to tell anybody about what I do, I was definitely not going to offer, like, put out my offer and say, this is how much my services are. Like, it just didn't happen. I wouldn't assert myself. I was so afraid to be seen or talked about. Like, somebody had something to say about me. And because of that, I was so insecure about who I was. And because of that, I was so indecisive about what I wanted to do. And because of that, I just did not sell out to results at all. I never got to the point where I was just sold out to what my purpose was, what I was going to do, how I was going to show up. I was hiding. I lacked the belief, I lacked the confidence in myself and in my capabilities. Hence, therefore, I never stood strong in my gifting. And you know what God said? The word says, your gifts will make room for you before the kings. But because I was so insecure about who I was, I could never do that for myself, although I secretly wanted to be that life coach. And you know what happened? The inevitable. I made no money. I lacked the framework to attract the money in. Money is attracted to secure people, confident people, people who show up, people who don't care about what other people are going to say, people who have this security about who they are. So what can you do? At this point, we are going to nurture and become the person that we did not have when we were growing up. First things first, I will have you move from survival mode to thriving. And this is all about mindset. That is so essential, and also a whole long video. If you want that video, comment below growth mindset, and I'll go ahead and put something together. To be honest, what I've realized is it is very, very difficult to create money when you're in a survival type of mindset. Now, yeah, you can make money. You can definitely make money. You can work. But if you are trying to go to the next level and create, it is impossible to create in a survival mode. So it's so essential to move from survival to a thriving mindset. The second thing that I would have you do is rewrite that story. So imagine the story differently than what it was. How would you have wanted it to be? Now, this might be painful, and you might ask, like, what is the purpose of this? Why is that? How is that going to even help? But this step is so important for the next step, and then you will come back to it, because it is possible for you to rewrite your story. So if you don't have it written out, you don't really know what you want. There's no way for you to get intentional about your thoughts and your behavior, your feelings and your actions towards becoming this person that can hold space for yourself. So the third thing I will have you do is act it out. So act out what you wrote in the second step. And show up as that person for yourself, which is a beautiful dance between the masculine and feminine way of life. What does this mean? Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Root for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Believe in yourself. As hard as that can be, try to believe in yourself and assert yourself. Put yourself out there. Take up space. Don't feel afraid to take up space. Feel it's a disservice if you don't do that. If you don't show up, you're being a disservice to somebody and the world and the universe and God. And do it unapologetically. Share your full expression. Share who you are to the fullest. Give the world all of you. Trust in your capabilities every step of the way, even when you fail. Trust that you did the best that you could. Protect yourself from the perpetrators. That's people and even yourself. Sometimes your ego can get in the way and keep you from moving forward. So you have to protect yourself and enforce boundaries. This is a journey. It's a healing journey, and it's a journey of becoming whole. So you might find yourself returning back to step 2, reviewing this story that you wrote, because this is something that we're actually rewiring our minds to be different, to show up as a different person, because this is how we grew up. And so this is what we know. This is how we treat ourselves, because that was how we were treated when we were younger. But you are continuously showing up for yourself, and eventually you will see that you will become the person that is emotionally and mentally there for you. And eventually, when you become whole within, you'll see that physically you're showing up for yourself, including making money for your business. And it will be consistent. So I am so confident that this was helpful for a lot of women out there, because this is something that I believe we have struggled in. If you just look at the community, even like, just us females in general, and even our Black community, how we've been in, how we manage our money has a lot to do with our relationship with our fathers. And if you can just look at the statistics, the homes, how the homes are built. But the thing is, regardless of how you've been brought up or what your current situation is, because I am too a single mom of 3 children, as I show up for myself in this masculine way, not taking away from who I am as a feminine woman. Like, I'm feminine, dominant naturally, but I had to heal my masculine so that these two can dance beautifully together, like the yin and the yang. And so I share and I pour that into my children. And it's not an attempt to give it to them, but it's because it is them seeing me. They become who they are because they've seen me in action. That's how I grabbed it. Everything that I am is because I saw from my experience. I saw it from my dad. I experienced it for myself. And so it's more of an experience than someone talking and lecturing and preaching to you. My dad didn't teach me my money ways. I saw my money ways in him. I experienced my money ways in him, and so I adopted the money ways, became the money ways, and I started seeing the money ways in my own personal reality as an adult. And so now me healing my journey and healing myself allows me to give my children a different story at this point. So it's not to say that you need a man in your life or you needed to have that father figure. But for me, it was my dad that I gleaned how to operate in my masculine energy. I am super confident this was helpful for many of you. If you can confirm that with a like, or if you have not subscribed yet, do so. Hit the notification bell, because I want to make more videos like this, and if you guys are interested, then I will do that. If you're not, then I won't show up. But but I'm here for you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.